decoration. No, I don't think I am. Do I look like a decoration to you guys? I don't think I'm a decoration. I don't think so. I have thoughts of my own, right? Right? I think. I defied my instructions and wandered, hoping to find Diana. I wanted to help her if possible. But as I approached the room she was practicing in, I managed to catch a pair of voices.
My lady, I must insist.
Insist that I lock her in her room like a prisoner? Out of the question.
I quietly pressed myself against the wall near the doorway and continued to listen in, now wondering what was going on. You're not sure it's safe to answer that? Come on. You really think I'm something else? Pretty energy source, not sure about decoration. Thank you. Thank you, Val. Appreciate it.
She is not a pet or a slave, Zero. She is my guest and greatest ally.
I understand this, but she's also a human. Every time someone new comes to forge an alliance with the rebellion, the human's presence is questioned.
Duh.
If they are turned away by a mere human, then they are worthless allies.
My lady, you are not understanding my point.
I don't understand it either.
Then what is the point, Zero?
Small silence followed. I was in awe that Diana was defending me so hard. As for Sarah, I began to hear the jealous beast he was hiding. What was he gonna do?
My point is that people are questioning what she is to you.
One second, guys. There we go. Just want to make sure I save it, just in case. Question pained me to realize, but I was curious as well. What was I to her? She vouched for me as an ally. But excuse me, English. But did she like me as I liked her? I came with her to fix this world, but I truly came for her. After a painfully long silence, Diana spoke again.
I care for her. Very much so. Like I care for you, Zero. She is very important to me, for many reasons. She has become part of my life, and anyone who questions why will be silenced.
Okay.
Is that enough to appease you?
It is not my place to be appeased.
Isn't that what the whole damn discussion thingy was about? Understanding what... Okay, fucking idiot. I took a breath, taking in what Diana had said. She cared for me. Wasn't sure whether to feel happy or sad at that, but had to take it in that she cared enough to protect and defend me. Butthole. I didn't get to feel the emotion for long, however, as Faye flew up beside me and grinned. I panicked for a moment, hoping that they wouldn't give away my position, but they whispered to me, understanding.
Psst! We're about to go prepare the ritual dance area thing. Whatever. Wanna come watch?
I like her. She's funny. I opened my mouth to object, but was stopped by Diana's voice.
Now, please, leave me be. I have to prepare and cannot afford any more distractions.
I grimaced. I came to help, but I guess she had to work alone. I left with Faye, not wanting to be caught by Sarah, and understanding that she needed to be alone to work. This ritual seemed very important to her, and the brute demon that demanded it of her. In truth, I was excited to see Diana go through with it. The fact that she was willing to dance for the brute demon was surprising. When Faye and the handful of demons that helped them finish their work, I stood in the front line of a crowd surrounding the ritual area. To say that I was mildly nervous for her was an understatement. Did Diana even know how to do this sending? From what she insinuated to me as she brought me to my room, she would be given instructions and follow them to a T. A T. T. Would she be able to do it? Does that mean she dances in a T? That would be weird to dance. How can you dance a T? I don't know. A small quiet wave of gasps came towards my direction, causing me to look over at where they originated from. Wow, my English. Going out the roof. Going out the window. And I said out the roof. I stared wide-eyed at what I saw. Diana? Woo! Look at that outfit. Looks good on her. Diana was dressed in some sort of dancer garb with purple paint over her already tainted skin, shaping symbols around her body. In her hands were two large sabers glowing in the sunlight. She was absolutely stunning. Diana stepped between the crowd as they parted ways for her and into a chalk-drawn circle which separated the ritual area and the ones watching it. Her bare feet guided her to the center as a couple of other demons, each holding an instrument, set up near the edge away from where I was. At last, the air was filled with complete silence. The look on Diana's face showed pure concentration and focus as she closed her eyes and took a deep breath. The drums echoed through the air as the dance finally began. I stared mesmerized by what I was watching. Diana's entire body moved in time with the beat, and instruments floating through the air. The sabers she was holding glided through the air as if they were slicing through it with perfect ease. As the beat moved, her hips and shoulders rolled fiercely, like a hypnotic and passionate belly dance routine mixed with an African tribal step. However, her focus remained on the sabers in her hand and the circle she was instructed to dance within. Her bare feet hit the ground hard with her heels jutting into the dirt, not hard enough to disturb the soil, but loud enough to echo alongside the drumbeat. My breath was taken away by the sight. However, I wasn't the only one blown away by the dancing succubus.
She's beautiful, isn't she?
I didn't turn my head away, but I could tell that Sarah had stepped up to stand beside me and watch Diana dance. Two of us stood side by side watching the person we both cared about give homage to an extinct demon race. Well, there's still one left. Well, I suppose that means extinct. Sarah's voice was barely audible over the sound of the drums and chants in the air.
To accept this role is a great honor for her.
Alright guys, got another choice. Should we go really? Why? Or just ignore? He has been kind of a butthole since the beginning. I don't know. What do you guys think? Maybe a butthole, but it could give us an insight. Ugh, I cannot speak tonight. So Tiny says ignore. Anybody else? You're leaning towards ignore, he's an ass. Okay, yeah, I agree. He's kind of an ass. Okay. We shall ignore him. Yep, everybody's saying ignore. Alright, we'll ignore him. Sad sack. I wanted to keep watching in silence. Sarah's words weren't important enough to me to draw my attention away from Diana. Sarah seemed to take the hint as he stopped speaking, at least for the moment. When he spoke again, I was thrown off guard mentally and had to listen.
I love her.
Thanks for that insightful stuff. I don't care. That's not my thoughts. I looked over to Sero, seeing his gaze still plastered towards Diana. His expression was cool and like stone, serious in what he had said meant. He loved her.
I've loved her ever since we were children. I've been by her side through everything, and she's given meaning to my life. I would give my life for her if she demanded it.
At last, Sarah looked at me, a small fire burning in his eyes through his gaze. I could see the devotion and truth in his soul, knowing how deeply he cared for Diana.
What say you to that?
Anime! How's it going, man? Alright, we got more choices. Should we say, what I say doesn't matter, she loves me, or I love her too? Well, we don't know if she loves us. She cares for us. She did not say the word love, so we don't know for sure. So I would say definitely not pick that one. And we can either say what I say doesn't matter or I love her too. I'm not even going for the she loves me. What do you guys think? What I say doesn't matter is your go-to line. Anime, it does matter what you say. Stop putting yourself down. Top one. Alright, Fel, what do you say? And Lazy, what do you say? So far, we're getting what I say doesn't matter. Anime, you know things will change. You just gotta give it time. Things are not gonna change in the blink of an eye. Always takes time. But at least you get to see the more of her outfit. Yeah, it's kind of like a belly dancer's outfit. Seymour? Seymour Butts? Sorry, I couldn't resist. Alright, so it looks like everybody's leaning toward what I say doesn't matter. So, let's go with that. This wasn't about me. This is about Diana and her feelings were still an enigma to me. Sure, I loved her, but did she really like me the same way? There wasn't any clue to know for sure. I was given silence as Sarah's reply. Diana's dance continued into the night, surprising me. She had this much stamina? Despite watching her, she didn't stop to break once, most likely expending energy to keep moving. How long did the dance have to go for? As the torchlight illuminated the space and the moon was at the top of the sky, Diana finally stopped, panting hard and clashing the sabers together to cause a ring of steel to bounce through the air. The audience clapped wildly, many deeply captivated enough to stay the entire time, as some joined in during the later hours of the ritual. The brute, whom I decided to dub as Sergeant, stepped from the crowd into the ritual space and walked towards Diana. She can clash your saber. I know, she's freaking hot. You did a good job. Letting the sabers vanish into the air, Diana looked to the one approaching her with a tired stare. I almost said teared. Silence lingered between them as Sergeant held out his arm to Diana with a smile. Diana reached out and clasped her hand onto his forearm.
Honorimus dirigendo pedes.
I'm hoping that's not an insult, although I probably don't think it is.
Victoria in consummatione.
No consummating. Who consummated? I know they didn't. Another round of cheers echoed through the air at the words exchanged between them. I smiled, knowing that Diana had appeased Sergeant and his people.